The tremor started subtly, a faint discord in the symphony of my life. I'm Quentin, a software engineer in my early 40s living in the quiet suburbs of Minneapolis. My life with my wife, Isolde, had always felt predictable. Comfortably so, I thought. We'd been married for 15 years, built a cozy home, and shared a life that, while lacking in fireworks, was rich in companionship. Or so I believed. The first sign was the phone. Isolde had always been open with her devices, leaving her phone around the house, trusting me implicitly. But lately, she'd become fiercely protective of it, always face down, always within reach, even in the bathroom. I dismissed it initially as stress from her job as a marketing manager at a local firm. Deadlines demanding clients, the usual corporate grind. Then came the late nights at the office. A big project, she'd explain, her eyes avoiding mine. Gotta put in the extra hours. I'd make dinner for myself, a solitary affair, the silence of our home amplifying my growing unease. I tried to talk to her to offer support, but she'd brush me off, claiming she was too tired, too stressed to talk. Her responses were clipped, her affection waning. The warmth that had once defined our relationship was slowly fading, replaced by a chilling distance. One evening, I decided to surprise her at work. I packed a picnic basket with her favorite snacks and drove to her office building, a sleek glass tower downtown. The receptionist informed me that Isolde had left hours ago. She said she had a dinner meeting, the woman chirped, oblivious to the knot tightening in my stomach. I thanked her, feigning nonchalance, and walked back to my car, the picnic basket feeling like a lead weight in my hand. The seed of suspicion had been planted and it began to sprout, its tendrils wrapping around my heart, suffocating me with doubt. I started paying closer attention, scrutinizing her every move, every word. I felt like a detective in a bad movie, a role I never wanted to play. One Saturday, while Isolde was supposedly at a conference, I decided to clean out her car. It was usually my job, but she'd been oddly insistent on doing it herself lately. As I rummaged through the glove compartment, I found a small, velvet box. My heart leaped. An anniversary gift, a belated birthday present. I opened it, my hands trembling. Inside, nestled on a bed of satin, was a silver necklace. A simple, elegant design. But it wasn't the necklace that made my blood run cold. It was the inscription on the tiny tag attached to it. To my dearest Isolde, with all my love, KK, who was K. My mind raced, searching for a name, a face, anyone who fit the initial. I didn't know anyone named K who was close to Isolde. My world began to spin. The picnic basket incident, the late nights, the guarded phone, the waning affection, it all coalesced into a horrifying realization. Isolde was having an affair. The confirmation came a week later. I couldn't sleep. The image of the necklace burned into my mind. I got up, wandered into the living room, and found Isolde's laptop on the coffee table. It was still logged into her email account. I knew I shouldn't, that it was a violation of her privacy, but I couldn't stop myself. My fingers hovered over the keyboard, then typed in her password. The inbox opened, and there it was. An email from a Kieran with the subject line, "Thinking of you." I clicked on it, my breath catching in my throat. The email was a love letter, filled with intimate details, longing, and promises of a future together. Kieran was a colleague of Isolde's, apparently. The emails spanned months, detailing their clandestine meetings, their stolen moments, their growing affection. I felt like I'd been sucker punched. The room swam, the words blurring through a haze of tears. I read on, each email a fresh wound, each line a testament to Isolde's betrayal. They were planning a weekend getaway, a romantic escape to a secluded cabin in the woods. The dates were circled on my calendar, the same weekend I thought she was at a conference. The rage hit me like a tidal wave, a blinding, consuming fury that threatened to engulf me. I wanted to scream, to break things, to confront Isolde then and there. But I forced myself to take a deep breath, to regain control. I decided to play it cool, to gather my evidence, to plan my next move. The following days were a torturous charade. I acted as if nothing was amiss, feigning normalcy while seething inside. Isolde seemed none the wiser, her guilt masked by a practiced indifference. I watched her, studied her, memorized her lies. I felt like I was living in a nightmare, a twisted version of my once happy life. The weekend of the conference arrived. I kissed Isolde goodbye, wished her luck, and watched her drive away, a knot of anger and betrayal twisting in my gut. As soon as she was gone, I put my plan into action. I drove to the cabin, a remote location nestled deep in the woods, the address gleaned from Isolde's emails. I parked my car a safe distance away and approached the cabin on foot, my heart pounding in my chest. Through the window I saw them. Isolde and Kieran wrapped in each other's arms, laughing, kissing, oblivious to my presence. The sight was like a knife twisting in my heart. All the anger, all the pain, all the betrayal welled up inside me, threatening to explode. I wanted to burst through the door to confront them, to demand answers, but I resisted the urge. I had a better plan. I pulled out my phone and started recording. I filmed them through the window, capturing their every move, their every touch, their every lie. I recorded for what felt like an eternity, documenting their infidelity, their betrayal, their utter disregard for my feelings. When I had enough evidence, I stopped recording and retreated back to my car, my hands shaking, my mind racing. I drove home, feeling numb, empty, and utterly alone. The next morning, when Isolde returned, I was waiting for her. I sat her down in the living room, a cold, hard look in my eyes. "We need to talk," I said, my voice devoid of emotion. She looked at me, a flicker of unease in her eyes. "What's wrong?" she asked, her voice trembling slightly. I didn't answer. I simply handed her my phone and played the video. Her face drained of color, her eyes widening in horror as she watched herself and Kieran, their affair laid bare for all to see. What is this?" she stammered, her voice barely a whisper. "It's the truth, Isolde," I said, my voice cold and unwavering. "It's the end of our marriage." She started to cry, her tears a pathetic attempt at manipulation. "It was a mistake," she sobbed. "It didn't mean anything. Don't insult my intelligence," I said, my voice rising. "I read your emails, Isolde. I know all about Kieran, about your plans, about your lies." She begged for forgiveness, promising to end the affair, to make things right. But I was done. Her betrayal had shattered something inside me, something that could never be repaired. "I want a divorce," I said, my voice firm. "And I want you out of this house by the end of the week," she pleaded, she threatened. She tried everything to change my mind. But I stood my ground. I was resolute. I wouldn't be a victim any longer. I would take control of my life, even if it meant starting over. The divorce was messy, as they always are. Isolde fought me every step of the way, trying to take as much as she could. But I had the evidence, the video, the emails. I had the truth on my side. In the end, she got nothing. I kept the house, the car, everything we had built together. She walked away empty-handed, her affair exposed, her reputation ruined. As for Kieran, I made sure his wife saw the video too. Let's just say his life took a turn for the worse. He lost his job, his wife, and his friends. Karma, as they say, is a bitch. I'm still healing, still piecing my life back together. The pain of Isolde's betrayal lingers, a dull ache in my heart. But I'm stronger now, more resilient. I've learned a valuable lesson. Trust is a fragile thing, easily broken, and sometimes the people you love the most are the ones who are capable of inflicting the deepest wounds. I've started dating again, cautiously optimistic about the future. I'm looking for someone who values honesty, loyalty, and commitment. Someone who understands the importance of trust. Someone who won't betray me. Isolde, on the other hand, is still struggling. Her affair destroyed her life, leaving her isolated and alone. She's reached out to me a few times, begging for forgiveness, asking for a second chance. But I can't give it to her. The trust is gone, the love is dead, and the wounds are too deep. I don't hate her, I pity her. She made her choices and she's living with the consequences. As for me, I'm moving on, rebuilding my life and looking forward to a future filled with happiness, love, and, most importantly, trust. That was 5 years ago. Today, I'm happily remarried to a wonderful woman named Bronwyn. She's everything Isolde wasn't: honest, compassionate, and fiercely loyal. We've built a life together based on mutual respect and unwavering trust. The scars from my past still exist, but they no longer define me. I've learned to forgive but never forget. And I am grateful for the lessons I've learned, even the painful ones. One day, I received a message from Kieran. He was a broken man, his life in shambles. He apologized for his actions, acknowledging the pain he had caused me and Isolde. He admitted that the affair was a mistake, a moment of weakness that had cost him everything. He said he understood why I had exposed him, that he deserved the consequences of his actions. I replied with a simple message. I hope you find peace. Isolde, on the other hand, never truly recovered. She bounced from relationship to relationship, never finding lasting happiness. Her reputation remained tarnished, her career stalled. She became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the devastating consequences of betrayal. I heard through mutual acquaintances that she often spoke of me with regret, wishing she could turn back time and make different choices. But time, as they say, marches on, and some mistakes can never be undone. My story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a reminder that even after the most devastating betrayals, it is possible to heal, to rebuild, and to find happiness again. It's a story of heartbreak, betrayal, and ultimately, redemption. And it's a story I hope will offer solace and hope to anyone who has ever experienced the pain of infidelity. Years later, the experience has shaped my perspective on relationships and trust. I've become an advocate for open communication and honesty in partnerships, often sharing my story with others who are struggling with similar issues. I've learned that true love is not just about passion and romance, but about unwavering commitment and mutual respect. My life with Bronwyn is a testament to the power of these principles. We communicate openly, we support each other's dreams, and we never take our love for granted. We've created a safe and loving space where we can be vulnerable and honest with each other, knowing that our bond is strong enough to withstand any challenge. As I reflect on my journey, I realize that Isolde's betrayal, while incredibly painful, ultimately led me to a better place. It forced me to confront my own vulnerabilities, to redefine my values, and to prioritize my own happiness. And it taught me the importance of choosing a partner who is worthy of my trust and love. So, to anyone who is reading this and struggling with the pain of betrayal, know that you are not alone. It is possible to heal, to rebuild, and to find happiness again. Don't let the actions of others define you. Focus on your own healing, prioritize your own well-being, and never give up on the possibility of finding true love and lasting happiness. And remember, trust is a gift, not an obligation. Choose wisely who you give it to, and never settle for anything less than complete honesty and unwavering loyalty. Your heart deserves nothing less.